In today's episode of Know Your Author, we feature Subh Das Gupta, the author of Our Mother's Will and Make It Right.
Hi, this is Subh Das Gupta. I'm an author and a speaker. I'm here to answer 5 questions as part of Shalu Walia's Know Your Author series. So here it goes. What's the first book that made you fall in love with writing? Now this has to be one of the Feluda books written by Satyajit Ray. I think I was about 10 years old when I first read one of the Feluda stories, and I fell in love with that world, that friendship, the suspense, the thrill, and of course the razor sharp intellect of the prime detective Feluda. Favorite genres to read would be thrillers, psychological thrillers, thrillers that explore the limits and the weird twists and turns of the human psyche, and yes, fast-paced psychological thrillers would be my favorite genre. 3 words that describe your latest book. 3 words that describe my latest book would be inheritance, trauma, and resolution. A fictional character you secretly relate to. That again has to be from the Feluda series, and it is not Feluda but Topshe, his reliable cousin, brother, and also sidekick part-time. Because Feluda is the near perfect epitome of razor sharp intellect, and no one can actually ever achieve that. But of course, you can aspire to that, and of course, you can learn from his observational skills. And throughout the books of the Feluda series, we see a gradual improvement and even sharpening of Topshe's observational skills, of course, under the tutelage of Feluda. And as a writer, I guess observational skills and picking up little habits of people, how they speak, manners and mannerisms is very important part of world building. So I would say my favorite character that I relate to is Topshe. One book I wish I had written, that has to be A Fine Balance by Rohinton Mistry. Not because of the genre, but because of the gravitas and the responsibility and the restraint in his voice. First in observing the everyday struggles and grief of people who are forgotten by society, and then being able to bring that to the page without any sort of sentimentality. And of course, when I write, I try to imbibe that. My genre is different, it's thrillers, but I try to write with a restraint. I try to write minus the sentimentality that gives the author, gives the reader a breathing space to imagine and to feel his own emotions, and he or she is not force-fed emotions by the author. So those were the 5 questions. I hope to see you again. Thank you.